Oh no, there are monsters in this chest. This is Shinryu in the second run of the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta 2019. This is a classic party consisting of Knight, Black Mage, Red Mage. Classic party also is a natural run, meaning that I cannot carry over abilities from one job to another. Each of these characters is locked in their job for the duration of the game, and that is all the tools I have to work with as it is right there. You saw at the beginning of this fight, Shinryu was hit with the Power Staff. That is a staff that's a rare drop from the Dark Wizard type enemies in the upper floors of the X-Death's Castle at the end of World 2, so I made sure to grab one. Shinryu is famously, of course, susceptible to Berserk, so Shinryu will do nothing except hit me with really high-level damage attacks with its physical smack. So we are going to try just to put some damage into it while we are avoiding as many hits as we can in a few different ways. One, the Red Mage has the Mirage Vest on, so whenever the Red Mage gets targeted, she will have a chance to switch her equipment and reset the Mirage Vest flag that gives you the Mirage status. And so right there, you saw Shinryu took out another Black Mage. So any character that can is going to be bringing these characters back from the dead. You see the Sage Staff being used by the Red Mage right there. So she is using the Sage Staff to cast the life spell without having to burn a Phoenix down. I did buy a bunch of Phoenix downs before I came down here. Right there you saw Shinryu missed the Red Mage and that reset her Mirage status. She is now susceptible to attack. And before she got an action where she could have reapplied that Mirage status, Shinryu got another action. Shinryu's speed is incredibly fast in this game, so that is certainly possible. It could have targeted anybody. Of course, Shinryu went after the Red Mage once again. The Black Mages are casting Flare because Shinryu has pretty decent magic evasion. Also magic evasion, but magic defense. So Flare will do good damage through that magic defense because part of its damage formula cuts magic defense way down. So I would do boosted Fire Rods, Firagas on this one, but Flare will do a little bit more to Shinryu. Even with the boost, it's not able to get through the high defense of Shinny here. You can see also Shinryu having good physical defense. Now, the Phoenix Down restores a larger proportion of hit points than does the life spell. So when those mages are brought back by the life spell, they are in the critical range where the knight will try to protect them. So we are now kind of into the guard cover trick that you would use in like a Galera fight way earlier in this game, where I have two characters that are super weak, weak enough that the knight's going to try to cover them. Now, all the knight needs to do is get a turn to use the guard ability so that the knight will jump in front of those Black Mages and tank that hit for 0 damage. So until we can get that set up, unfortunately, we're still going to be chucking Phoenix Downs and Sage Staffs around. So the Sage Staff is going to bring back the Knight. He's going to try to get a turn. What I'm hoping for is for Shinryu to target my Red Mage so that Shinryu has an attack that's wasted. Because if Shinryu targets one of the Black Mages, that's going to take it out. And using the Phoenix Down on the Black Mage will restore too many hit points, so the Knight won't actually protect them. Sadly, I couldn't use that trick to get the Red Mage into protected by the Knight status because the Red Mage is the only one who can wield the Sage Staff. So nobody else can use the life spell in this battle. So there's another flare because we have everybody on their feet. The Knight there took the hit. So the Knight was able to use the guard ability. The Knight took the hit, so Shinryu is effectively locked down for the rest of this fight. The only risk of anything bad happening would be if Shinryu targeting the Red Mage twice before she can reset her status, and even then, it'll just be as simple as applying a Phoenix Down to her, because the Knight's going to jump in front of any attack targeted at the Black Mages and take 0 damage, and of course, any attack at the Knight is going to give him 0 damage. So he's no longer part of the offensive plan of this fight, but the 1,400 or so damage that he was doing was not as important as the 3,000 we're getting from the flare. So we pretty much have Shinryu in lockdown right here, maybe pending a mage running out of MP, but both of the mages on this fight are wearing gold hairpins so that the MP cost of flare is cut in half, and they both have mastered the Black Mage ability, so they both have MP plus 30%. There you actually saw the knight use the defender's sword. We haven't actually seen that yet, as far as I can remember. Use the defender's sword to do a weapon parry. Yes, the defender's sword is in his hands not just because of the physical attacks coming in, but also because Shinryu absorbs the holy element, so attacks with the Excalibur are going to heal this dragon. And so the defender at this point is the best non-elemental knight sword that we have. There was a missed attack on Ferris, so Ferris is going to reset her Sage Staff, and then she's just going to sit out. It's not worth the time to have Ferris cast Fire 2 or something, or even break a rod, because we'd have to put the Sage Staff back into her hands in case anything weird happened. I don't anticipate anything weird happening because it looks like we're pretty much locked down here, but I did want to keep the Sage Staff ready to go in case anything funky were to go on. And there is Shinryu down. So we are going to get 100 AP, which puts Ferris 3 AP short of learning X magic for the Red Mage, and we're going to pick up the Ragnarok.